All right, a viewer from Lilydale wants to know about what's happening with legislation dealing with carp or invasive species. So what about electric barriers and the like? Who's our expert in invasive species here? Anybody want to speak to that?
Well, I don't know if I'd classify myself as an expert, but it is a very major issue this session in terms of how we manage the invasive species. I know LCCMR has been for some time, that's the Legislative Commission on Minnesota Resources, let us say Citizens Commission. I got to put the word citizen in there. That was a change a while back, but they've been very engaged with that. I know the chair of the Environmental Natural Resource Committee on the House side has been very engaged in it. I would be surprised in the end if something doesn't come forward, even though this is a short session, to try to move forward on that issue. It's just something that we need to do. And there's a debate as to what the best techniques are. I might just say that we were just at the University of Minnesota with the Capital Investment Committee, and there's major research going on there. They're getting federal funds and how to control carp, and they're very interested in how to control the Asian carp, which is a little different species. But at any rate, there's a lot of initiatives that are beginning to surface.
I just saw something on television just within the last few days on that subject at the university, and what they were talking about wasn't so much the research itself, but the quality or the condition of the research facility, and the upgrading that it's needed so that the work can be done in a little better way. But where I come from, we've got the zebra mussels. That's the primary problem. We don't have the Asian carp up that way, but it's an issue that when you've got 1,000 or more lakes just in my county, I mean, again, you talk about water quality and fishing and lakeshore. I mean, it's all part of that. And we do have zebra mussels, like I said, but we're trying to stop them from moving any further.
I think the Lessard-Sams Council, the habitat part of the Legacy Amendment, I believe has a recommendation, if I'm not mistaken, relative to some additional money as well.
I should qualify what I just said. We only have zebra mussels in a couple of our 1,000 lakes. So.
There's no reason for people to head to Iowa or someplace else other than your county, right?
Come on up. We're hoping that actually this severe weather with ice over 3 feet thick in some places on some of our lakes, that will actually kill some of these little rascals. So we'll see if that theory.
So there's some good that comes out.
They don't survive in ice.
You know, Representative Nornes mentioned the facilities. That's why we were at the university, and they are badly in need of modern labs and so on for that research. And it's really the leading research center in the entire country when you start talking, especially about the carp. Right. And they're just kind of limping along in the sense of makeshift materials to keep the lab operating. So hopefully when we do have a capital investment bill go through the House and the Senate, that's a facility that we do address.
Well, I serve on the Environment and Energy Committee and the respective Finance Committee as well, and there were numerous hearings on various bills and input last year regarding the invasive species, and certainly there's been some discussion of it already this year. And obviously there are a variety of ways that money can be spent on that. I don't know if there's really an agreed upon best method to control them yet, and quite frankly, but certainly it's something that will continue to be worked upon. And just for the record, my home county doesn't have a lake, so.
So you don't have any zebra mussels?
I have no zebra mussels. No.
There are no lakes in Rock County?
No lakes in Rock County.
All right, well, very good, very good.